Hello guys, this is the Green Hell Gamer. Today we're going to be doing a tips and tricks video about 10 tips and tricks in your Green Hell save. So, the first one is, if you want to chop down a tree or a plant with less effort than it normally takes, try to find one that's clipped into a bush like this. And if you aim at the bush, it actually slowly chops at the tree. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, yeah, it makes it take less energy to chop down trees. For this next trick, you're going to need a modular shelter. Because for this trick, you can get a good view of your area by jumping on top of your modular shelter. It does not work on incomplete structures. Like that. This next trick is simple. Don't cut down these banana trees. Because if you need any carbs at all, a banana can pretty much fill you up. Also, make sure you never accidentally press E and drink unsafe water or dirty water. Luckily this time I didn't get parasites, but if you keep trying you will eventually get parasites. You see, if you get parasites, the easy trick to this is going to your food compartment. You see, I don't have any here. Looking for a mango-like fruit that is green, and it is in your notepad if you have found it before. So go to plants, this fruit kills parasites ×2. So, and if you don't get that fruit, or there's a special type of orange mushroom that also kills parasites. If you get that, that's also good. But as the risk of having parasites is, it decreases your microelements very quickly. So let's go over here and get one of those plants. There is normally a spawn of them around here, so there should be some in this area. Like right here. To solve that, just eat. There you go. No more parasites. This next trick is simple. I can't demonstrate it because I'm playing in peaceful mode currently. But if you come by Tribesmen and they see you and you run away, like in this location, there are lots of Tribesmen down towards the hill back there. And so, like, if they start to chase after you and then you cross this bridge, like that, and then you go to sleep and then you log out of your game the next day, and there's only 1 or 2 of them, don't build here, because they'll come back in multiples of 3, or sometimes of 2, 3, and sometimes 4, just to kill you. So stay away from them. And for our next tip and trick, whenever you spawn in a world, and you should always check your watch and see where you are. For example, you could be close to the fishing village. You could be close to the jeep, or the weapon rack tribe, or the plane, or any other places on the map that would be a good spot to start building. That's why you want to always check your coordinates and sometimes you should write down the coordinates of your base. For example, I am at 4530 south, 45 west, 30 south. Yep, on to the next tip. Next tip is try to look for water if you want to get good meat, because capybara is one of the best sources of meat ever. And right here by the water is where the capybaras like to hang out. So if you're good at spear throwing, you can eventually catch a capybara. On to the next question. For our next tip is sort of like a 2-in-1, is stay away from anthills. And sometimes if you get close enough, it says anthill, hold E to take. If it says that, take as many ants as possible because they're good for sealing up lacerations. On to the next error. For this next one, it is going to be regarding a good food source. If you're looking for a good food source, look for red flowers with pointy shaped leaves with white interior. Because this plant has a root, which is poisonous if eaten raw and will give you food poisoning. But if you cook it or put it in a soup, it is a great source of carbs. The only problem with it is that it takes up a lot of inventory space. And also, if you want to cure food poisoning, use lily. To cure poisoning, eat the unknown herb called that if you craft it makes a lily. And also, if you craft it, it makes a lily dressing, which is good for a lot of things. It is good for the two main things it's good for is it's an antihistamine, so you can use it if you get a rash, such as if I went to the anthill over there and I got a rash. I could very easily patch myself up. I could easily patch myself up and cure it with a special bandage. With the lily dressing is what it's called. And also, never do what I'm about to do. Never do this. Basically, the easiest way to die. But luckily for me, I'm already covered in worms, so I can't get any venom wounds, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, actually, I guess that's another tip. If you're covered in worms, you can step on snakes, because all it does is decreases your health. Because I am not even getting a fever. Let's kill this guy with an axe. And all meats except for rattlesnake meat will give you sanity. That's another tip. Thanks for watching. This is the Green Hell Gamer. Thanks for watching one of my first videos ever. Bye.